Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today, as you guys can see up on the screen, we are going to be talking about Sofi Technologies Incorporated. This is ticker symbol SOFI or Sofi, the same name as the company. And the reason why we're talking about this one today, we finally got a green day. Stuff has been really tough in this market recently. You look over the past week, SoFi stock, and a lot of the market is down massively. It's not like this is just a SoFi issue, but SoFi specifically has been down 25% in the last week. We were down, about the same, a little bit less over the past month. And 2022 has just been rough. We're down 38% on the year. There has not been a lot of fun days in 2022. SoFi has their own issues. A lot of people think a lot of these issues are overblown, but then you have the world around us kind of going crazy with, rate hikes and inflation and Russia and yada, yada, yada. But today, things were different. We were actually green. We're actually on the way up. In this video today, we're just going to be talking about all things SoFi stock. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that a ton. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Help us run those numbers up. Of course, as always, no financial advice in this video. I'm not telling you guys to buy. Not telling you guys to sell. Nothing like that. Just going over the news, giving my thoughts and opinions. With that being said, let's get right into this one. So, SoFi stock actually outperformed the market today. The indices, Dow Jones down 0.5%, S&P down 0.75%, Nasdaq down 0.28%. Russell was actually up, but it was only up 0.6%. And for the not for the Nasdaq, but for SoFi to be up over 1%, and hey, we're up another 1.23% after hours. Things are going pretty good. This is overall a very good day for SoFi, even though it's only a 1% gain, which it's a decent day. I know it's kind of boring with how volatile the market has been recently and how volatile SoFi stock almost always is. But hey, it's better than it being down 1% or 5% or 10% like we've seen some days recently. But man, it is crazy to see SoFi stock below $10. Since this stock has been on the market, IPOing in 2020, we haven't seen this. We haven't seen it break below 10, and it's going to be interesting to see how long it sits below 10, and what the stock wants to do from here. But hey, at least today and after hours, seems like things might be trending in the right direction. This is from thestreet.com. They had a little write-up about SoFi where they're talking about, SoFi, can it rebound further after a short-term dip? And the Street's trading ace, Bruce Kamich or something, he says, in our February 11th review of SoFi, we wrote that it looks like SoFi has made a low for now. In the short run, prices could make a bounce to $16, which would be pretty crazy. Again, we're at $9.72 right now. A run up to 16. You're talking, like a 70% gain or something like that? That would be crazy. But at this time, they were also, predicting that SoFi would hold at like 11. Now, yes, obviously SoFi broke 11. It broke 10 all the way down to 9. This is a bullish divergence and tells us that the pace of the decline slowed from December. Bullish divergences can at times foreshadow price rallies. So there are some people predicting a fast rebound. There's a lot of people saying that SoFi and many other stocks on the stock market right now are oversold. The fear and greed index is like very, very heavily in the fear. So it'll be interesting to see not only if SoFi is able to bounce back, but when it bounced back, how aggressively is it going to bounce back? How quickly is it going to bounce back? Are we going to see a run from 972 to 12 in the next couple months? Are we going to see a run to 15, 18, 20? Who knows? Because we know a lot of these numbers are possible. Again, when you zoom out, this stock has been at 22. It's been at 23. It's been at 25 before. So, yes, it's been beaten down, but eventually the market turns around. Eventually things are going to flip. Right now, all the fear in the market eventually is going to turn to greed. Maybe it's weeks away. Maybe it's months away. Maybe it's years away. I don't know. But again, I think a lot of people are definitely pessimistic right now because it sucks watching yourself go down and down and down every day. But also at the same time, hey, people loved SoFi at 22. People loved SoFi at 23. People loved SoFi at 25. For better or worse, or for the most part, generally, this is the same company. There's been some good news that's come out since then. There's been some bad news that's come out since then, but it's not a totally different story. And if you were buying at 22, 23, 25, hey, now you have an opportunity to pick this up at $9.72. I don't know. But on the SoFi stock subreddit, there are people talking about, why they think the White House may extend the student loan moratorium. Biden apparently, is still weighing student loan forgiveness. Midterms are looming, and, bringing back student loan debt is not going to be fun, and people are not going to like that. And multiple loan servicers are changing. But one thing to keep in mind, like they say here as well, is that Noto actually encouraged the forgiveness of $10,000 in student loans for every single person on Twitter. So, who knows? It's obviously going to be a big story for SoFi because, hey, people do a lot of student loan refinancing with SoFi. Once student loans are getting paid back and people actually have incentives to refinance, that is going to be a big boom for SoFi. That's going to be something that SoFi is going to benefit off of. Right now, we're expecting that to start happening May 1st, but it's possible it gets pushed back again. We also have people talking about when SoFi may or could join the S&P 500. I think it's way, way, way too early for discussions like this. Obviously, SoFi isn't even profitable or anything like that yet. Some people are saying, hey, earliest would be 2025, maybe 2026. I mean, you're talking 4 years out right now. And yes, hey, I believe in long-term investing. You want to talk 3 years out minimum, if not 5-10 years out. But I also know that most people in the market right now are not looking that long term out. So yes, if SoFi ever gets out of the S&P, if they're able to, kind of hit on all their stuff on a high level, if they're able to continue operating their company really, really well, and they have a bunch of success, and they end up getting added to the S&P, that's going to be a big day, and that will be that'll just be a great sign for SoFi overall. Again, getting in all those big hedge funds and all that money and everything, that's going to be great. But this conversation, at least for my money, is happening way too early. We have the fact that Noto bought the dip again. It looks like 15,000 shares. At the end of the day, that's not that much money, and it's not that many shares, especially when the stock price is at $9. And you're talking about a guy who owns, obviously, tons of shares and tons of the company and everything. But this is something people are talking about again. The fact that he is buying the dip is symbolic. It is, showing us something. It is interesting. And I think it's a good sign overall. He's not selling right now. He's not dumping off. He doesn't think this thing's going lower. He thinks this is a good price to buy. So if Noto thinks it's a good price to buy, that's at least one really, really strong sign for me. We also have this from CNBC. Josh Brown, who covers SoFi, said Noto is one of the best operators. People really, really like Noto. They really, really trust in him. And obviously a company can only be as good as its leadership. And that's going to be a strong tell over where this company goes, again, the next 3 to 5 to 10 years. And hey, Noto seems like he's doing a good job. He's impressing a lot of people, saying a lot of the right things. Also, we have this. People are talking about how SoFi website traffic for February decreased compared to January. Obviously, January we had 5.2 million visits, and February we had 5.9 million. So this looks bad. This looks like, hey, maybe SoFi's not popping. Maybe SoFi's not doing as hot. Until you scroll down a little bit and you see, hey, February has 3 less days. It turns out February, on average, visits per day was actually higher than January. So this is a great sign. Despite the SoFi stock price dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping, the website's getting more hits. The apps are getting more downloads. They're making deals. They're buying Technesis. They're getting a bank charter. They're doing a lot of good things. SoFi's pointing in the right direction. And eventually, one can assume the stock price is going to follow. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.